This will be the time that the brother will come up and he will state his registry. La Yashala. Amadim, which means to stand. Well, Panyah Hakwadam, and face the east. Let me make this public real quick. All right. First, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Ayah, Isha, Baratazaka, Hayah, Bashamayim, the Thunder Nawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawan, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawap Nawa, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawap Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabiya'a Nawa, Banasayawan, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata Parawa, La Awalamyam Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. We're going to get bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Wahaba Yashaparium, Ba'ashim Yahweh the water of mud. What we just said in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. We're going to get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Babakwasha, the thunder Nawa, Hakak. Lava Pa'a, Kamakala, Mukam Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakuyam, Hamakium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatama'ala Lagavashan, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the water of mud. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. We'll get Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayunya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ay, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arza, Al Yathan, Wat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamorka, Hanan, the Ayanawam, with the Ayah, Shan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh Shamorka, Yahweh Tazalka, Al Yad Yamyinka, Yawamam, Hashamash La'aya Kaka, Wayarak Balayala, Yahweh Yashamorka, Makao Rai, Yashamor Afna Pashka, Yahweh Yashamor Tazaaka, Wabuwaaka, Maeta, Wa'aid Awalam Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper, Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore, so be it. We get Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Anahayim, al damayalaka, al tacharash, wa al tashakwat, al kayahana, awayat yaka, out to the Pawandika, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakida, Magoya, Wala Yazakar, Sham Yasha Allah, Iwad, Kaya Nawa Aitazawa, Sha Slagi no Slagi. Kaya Nawa Aitazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Auyaka, Baryaf, Yakaratwa, Ahalya, Adawan, Wayashama Aliyam, Mawa Abba, Wahagariam, Gabawa, I'm a one, I'm a lot, Falashaf, I'm Yashab, Yatazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zabawai, Labanya Lawat Salah, I Shada Ham, Kamadian, Kasayasa Ra'a Kayabian, Banakao, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Baayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathumwa, Narayamawa, Ira, Wakaza Abba, Wakaza Bak, Wakatazamanai, Kal, Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayavasha, Lanawa, Afda Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathumwa, Kagalka, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, the Ba'iva Ya'iva, Wakala Abba, Tala Haryam, Khan, the Radatma, Basa Ivaka, Wapasawa Papka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamkaya Hawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, Aya Aid, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya the Iowa, Kaya, Abdal, Shamkaya Hawa, Labadka, Al Yuwan, Al Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which prayers that endure, they became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Abba, and as Amuna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the burner of the wood, and as the flame sets the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. The Shabian, which means to be seated. All right, Shalom, Israel. With the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commander Junior Hunter, and we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any other Christian organization. And let's see something real quick. So this is the Sabbath service. The Sabbath service is a very important class to come to, man. Like, this is where you learn the culture. This is where you learn your heritage. This is where you learn who you are. Like, this is something very, very important to understand, man. Very, very important. And I don't want you guys to take this lightly. Like, we need to know. All right. And we need to know. Let's see. I clicked the wrong one. So we're going to be in Joshua. All right. And we're going to start, and we're going to read the book of Joshua from here on out. All right. You know, we're going to get some history. All right. So when we just went over those prayers, right, you know, some of us don't know what those prayers are talking about and what those prayers mean. Well, let me tell you something. You know, this is where you learn your history. Those prayers that David was that we send up, Psalms 121, Psalms 83, like, there's historical context to it. And you can find these things in Joshua. You can find them in First Kings, Second Kings. You can find them in all different accounts when it comes to these things, man. Like we have to know, we have to know our history. We have to know our culture. We have to know our heritage. All right. And so, keep coming to these Sabbath service classes so you guys can, study this. So we're going to start at Joshua chapter 1, verse 1. And it says, Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 in the Hebrew, Wa Yahaya Acharya, Moab, Masha, Ibad, Yahweh, Wa Ya Amor, Yahweh, Al, Yahweh Shai, Ban, Bawan, it's like a Bambawan, Masharaf, Masha, La Amor. Verse 2 in Hebrew, Masha, Ibad, Yamaf, Wa Aita, Karam, Ibar, Af, Hayaradan, Hazah, Ath, Slakia, Atha, Wakal, Ha'aim, Hazah, Al, Haratazah, Ashar, Abad, Slakia, Anakia, Bakan, Slakia, Nathan, Laham, Labanya Yasha'ala. Verse 3 in the Hebrew, Kal, Maquam, Ashar, Daradan, Slakia, Tadarak, Kap, Regal, Bawalakam, Nathafyawa, Ba'ashar, the Bartaya, Aul, Masha. Verse 4 in the Hebrew, Mamadabar, it's like in Mahamadabar, Wahalabanwan, Hazah, Wa'aid, Hanakar, it's like a Hanahar, Hagadawal, it's like a Nahar, Parat, Kala, Aratazah, it's like a Kafyam, Wa'aid, Hayam, it's like a Hayam, Hagadawal, Mabawa, Hashamash, Yahaya, Nagabal, it's like a Bawal, Gabawal come. Verse 5 in the Hebrew, La'ah Yanataza'ab, it's like a Yatazab, Ayash, Lapanyaka, it's like a Lapanyaka, Kal, Yamaya, it's like a Hayayaka, Ashar, Hayataya, it's like a Hayataya, Masha, Afyaha, it's like a Ahaya, Aimad, La'ah, Arapak, it's like a Arapka, it's like a Arapaka, La'ah, Izabka. Verse 6 in the Hebrew, Chazak, wa Amataza, Kaya Ata, it's like a Ata, Tanachayal, Af, Ha'aim, Hazah, Af, Rataza, Ashar, Neshaba'ifya, La Abawafma, Lakam, it's like it, Lathaf, Laham. Verse 7 in the Hebrew, Ra Chazak, wa Amataza, Ma'ad, La Shamar, La Aishawa, Kakao, Tatawara, Ashar, Tazawaka, Masha, Ibadia, Aul, the Iwar, it's like it, that's the war. Mamandwa, Yumyan, when it's like it, Washama Al a wall, it's like it, Washama Awal, Shama'al, it's like it, Washama Lama'ain, the Shakal, so the Shakayal, Bakal, Ashar, the Laka. It's like it, the lock. It's like it, the lock. All right. So now we're going to get it in the English. Also, don't forget to put your name, city, and state and sign in. We'll sign Christ. So we're going to get Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 in the English. Now, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, of the Most High, it came to pass that the Most High spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, now, if anyone knows what a minister is, a minister in the Hebrew just means like a servant. All right, that's what a minister is. It's not, a minister isn't what you think it is now when you go into the Christian church and you have a minister teaching and all that nonsense and tomfoolery. That's not what a minister is. A minister, by definition, is just someone that serves. All right, and so of course he would Joshua served Moses. He was underneath Moses. He was second in command. All right, he was second in command. That's why he was left in charge afterwards. The Lord wanted Joshua to be in charge after Moses left. There was always someone in charge of the nation of Israel. Somebody, someone, and it was a man. Moses, my servant, is dead. Verse 2, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, though all this people unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. So he's commanding Joshua to take the children of Israel, go across Jordan, and go into the land that I promised you. Verse 3, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. So wherever you walk, wherever you stand, wherever your foot touches, the Lord said that's going to be yours. All right, because remember, the land of Canaan is now going to become Israel. Verse 4, from the wilderness of this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, and the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. So between those four rivers and all that, that's Israel. So when you go into the so-called Middle East today, it's covered by those rivers. That is the nation. That's Israel. Yasha Allah in the Hebrew. Joshua verse 5, chapter 1, verse 5. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee, because the Lord is going to be with Joshua. The Lord won't with everybody. All right. The Lord deals with one man. And from there's brothers that are under him. You understand? Like there was always a structure to everything. That's why in the wilderness, if you read in Numbers and Deuteronomy and Exodus, parts of Leviticus, Moses is establishing a nation of people. He's establishing an entire army. All right. Verse 6. Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shall thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. All right. So Joshua saying, the Lord is saying to Joshua, be strong and good courage. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no time to be weak. Does everybody understand why the Lord is saying these things? Let's find out why he's saying it. All right. Because I'm about to get to it soon. Verse 7, only be thou strong and very courageous, that they mayest observe. Verse 7, so like you only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do all according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand, nor to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. Like this is the purpose of being strong. This is the purpose of being courageous. If you can't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be weak. If you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord is not going to be with you. All right. Next week, we're going to get into why the Lord is saying all these things, because the Israelites are preparing to go into battle. Some of y'all may not know that. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to send Joshua and all the 12 tribes of Israel into battle. All right. We're going to read about how the priests come in with the Ark of the Covenant, marching down with scrolls, and you understand, and with horns, and a bunch of priests and officers with swords, like they're about to go into the land of Canaan and go to war with the Hittites, go to war with the Perizzites, go to war with the Jebusites, go to war with the Canaanites. You name them, the Israelites are about to go to war here. That's why the Lord is saying all these things. That's why the Lord put Joshua in charge. Joshua was a military general. You understand? You understand? He was a soldier. He was a general. All right. Moses was a military general. You understand? It was in our records and history that we were militant since Abraham. You understand? Abraham had a whole military. You understand? You understand? Those people grabbed up his nephew Lot, and he won't having it, and he took a military to go get them. You understand? It was always in our culture to be militant and to be strong and be soldiers as men. All right, since the beginning. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. I pray everybody understands. So we're going to get into this, man. The Lord is saying these things for a reason, and we're going to learn throughout Joshua how important it is to serve the Lord, and why you should keep the law, and how it's important to keep it. And the Lord will show you what happens when you don't keep it. It's all in Joshua. Well, of course, it's all throughout the Bible, but we're going to learn about it in Joshua. All right. With that, I say a medium, which is just up here. La Yashala. Imadium, which means to stand. That means everybody can now stand. But Panyahak would dumb and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. In the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahawah, Malakavka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal Dawam, Wasalakanawa, Habawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Habawaknawa, Kazakabawakinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a, Banasayawan, Abor, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata, Prava, La'awalamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. We get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baba Koshai, Nathanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lopa'ah, Kamachala, Wakam Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakuyam, Hamakyam, Hakak, Al-Rakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagavashan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Wadaman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, Ohoria, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arapaza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Al Yanawam, Shamoraka, Hanad, La'ay, Yanawam, La'aya, Yashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamoraka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'aya, Kaka, like Yakaka, where you rock, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makarai, Yashamor after Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamor Tazaaka, Mabuaka, Maitha, Wa'aid, Awilam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is the shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. We're going to do Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Adahayam, Al Damayadaka, Al Karash, wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya Arayamwa, Savad, Wayata Ya Aitazawa, Al to the Pawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Mundakakidam, Magoya, Wada'a Yazakor, Shem Yasha'ala, Ivad, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Lav, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryaf, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Adaram, Wayashama Aliyam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabar, wa Imawan, wa Imalak, Palashaf, Anya Shabya, Tazawar, Kama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawawai, Labani Lawat Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabyan, Banachal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda, Hayawa, the man, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Narayamawa, Kaira, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazalmanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amora, Nayabashan, Lanawa, Afna Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalkala, Kakwas, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Taba Ira Ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Hoyam, Khan, Tabadatma, Basa Iraka, Wabatawa Papka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kolakwan, Moya Bakwashwa, Shamka Yahawa, Yabaswa, Waya Bahalwa, Aya Ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'awa, Kaya, Afta, Shamka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al Yawan, Al, Kal, Rataza, Amam. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hated ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Eben, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabrin, at the brook of Kasan, which prayers to the indoor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ored, and like Zaeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as the Munah who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, and a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. With the prayer of the curses. properly. Okay. Sword, which means to turn. It's not loading up properly. Yeshabian for the sisters. Men of Israel. We're going to give a courteous salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Madam Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Brakathum. Yanamata. Saw Allah Agwafian, which means to face the sisters. I'm Madian for the sisters. Now the sisters can now stand. Men of Israel. I'm going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. All right? Men of Israel. Madam Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Allah Thun Ba'ashim Yahushua. Yanamata. With that, class dismissed.